No. Okay. So Dadati Pratigulhati. So we can have dealings with our devotees. Dadati Pratigulhati. Sometimes you feel like to buy some gifts for the devotee, you can do that. And somebody buys a gift and gives to you can accept it. But it should not become a practice that there is an expectation from you that you should buy the gift and give. Or you feel it as a social obligation that yes, whenever I go, I should give a gift or what the devotee will think. So that type of obligatory obligation is not there in the case of devotee. Devarshi Bhutapanam Pitranam Nakinkaro Nayam Runicharajam. If you have taken completely shelter of Lord, Devarshi Bhutapanam Pitranam Nakinkaro Nayam Runicharajam. You are not having any indebtedness. Whatever you are doing, it is out of love. In the love, there is no indebtedness. You are not indebted, that is why you are not feeding your child. You should always understand that. Keep your videos on. As much as possible. If you are in the office, you can keep it off. So, Dadati Pratigulahati. Sometimes you feel like to buy, you can buy. Pratigulahati. Guhyam Akhyati Pruchati. Sometimes some confidential topics you can discuss with the devotee. Whom you feel, yes, I can discuss with this devotee. You can discuss. Sometimes you have some problem in your life. You can discuss. You can discuss with your authorities. Ask them. So, Guhyam Akhyati Pruchati. Sometimes devotees call you at home, or you want to call some devotee at home, especially your seniors. You can do that. You can feed them. Sometimes equals, sometimes your juniors. You can do that. So these 6 aspects of these 6 symptoms which has been shared by one devotee to another, that is actually the symptom of love. That is a symptom of love. And that enhances the relationship of the devotee with another devotee. Okay? So, Saurabh, I think you're traveling, you can read. If you're settled properly, then you can read.
Yes, Mataji.
You can chant this verse, translation, and the perfect. Yeah. Start.
Dadati Pratigrinati Dadati Pratigrinati Guhyam Akhyati Prichati Bhunkte Bhojayate Chaiva Satvidam Priti Lakshanam. Prabhuji, can you please help me? Thank you. Offering gifts in charity, accepting charitable gifts, revealing one's mind in confidence, inquiring confidentially, accepting prasad, and offering prasad are the 6 symptoms of love shared by one devotee and another. In this verse, Srila Rupa Goswami explains how to perform devotional activities in the association of other devotees. There are 6 kinds of activities: giving charity to the devotees, accepting from the devotees whatever they may offer in return, opening one's mind to the devotees, inquiring from them about the confidential service of the Lord, honoring prasad or spiritual food given by the devotees, and feeding the devotees with prasad. An experienced devotee explains, and an inexperienced devotee learns from him. This is Guhyam Akhyati Prichati. When a devotee distributes prasad, remnants of food offered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead in order to maintain our spirit of devotional service, we must accept this prasad as the Lord's grace, received through the pure devotees. We should also invite pure devotees to our home, offer them prasad, and be prepared to please them in all respects. This is called...
So just see what is the word, again, what is used. We should invite pure devotees. That means try to avoid kanishtas, those who are newly joined, because they will naturally speak something materialistic. What is the purpose of inviting a devotee? So that you learn something. Invite your teacher, you can invite your authorities, you can invite some seniors. That is okay. Why? They'll not speak something nonsense. some kanishta, some newly, and you try to develop some friendship. And then what will happen? Both will mix and both will talk something material. That is not the purpose. Okay, read. Read something.
Have to read?
Yeah.
Even in ordinary social activities, these 6 types of dealings between two loving friends are absolutely necessary. For instance, when one businessman wishes to contact another businessman, he arranges a feast in a hotel, and over the feast, Mataji, I've read this. I've already read this in the last.
Yeah, I think that is why I told this is read, but okay, read again. Doesn't
Okay.
matter.
He then inquires from his business friend how he should act, and sometimes presents are exchanged. Thus, whatever there is a dealing of preeti, whenever there is a dealing of preeti or love in intimate dealings, these 6 activities are executed. In the previous verse, Srila Rupa Goswami advised that one should renounce worldly association and keep company with the devotees. One should sangatyagat sato vritte. The International Society for Krishna Consciousness has been established to facilitate these 6 kinds of loving exchanges between devotees. This society was started single-handedly, but because people are coming forward and dealing with the give and take policy, the society is now expanding all over the world. We are glad that people are donating very liberally to the development of the society's activities, and people are also eagerly accepting whatever humble contribution we are giving them in the shape of books and magazines dealing strictly with the subject matter of Krishna consciousness. We sometimes hold Hare Krishna festivals and invite life members and friends to participate in the feasting by accepting prasad. Although most of our members come from the higher rungs of society, they nonetheless come and take whatever little prasad we are able to offer them. Sometimes the members are supporters sometimes inquire very confidentially about the methods of performing devotional service, and we try to explain this. In this way, our society is successfully spreading all over the world, and the intelligentsia of all countries is gradually appreciating our Krishna conscious activities. The life of the Krishna conscious society is nourished by these 6 types of loving exchanges among the members. Therefore, people must be given the chance to associate with the devotees of ISKCON. Because simply by reciprocating in the 6 ways mentioned above, an ordinary man can fully revive his dormant Krishna consciousness. In Bhagavad Gita, it is stated, Sangat Sanjayate Kama. One's desires and ambitions develop according to the company one keeps. It is often said that a man is known by his company, and if an ordinary man associates with devotees, he will certainly develop his dormant Krishna consciousness. The understanding of Krishna consciousness is innate in every living entity, and they already developed to some extent when the living entity takes a human body. It is said in the Chaitanya
Okay, now
Charitamrita.
you said it is already there. Innate means it is already there in every living entity. So what is the purpose of hearing? So that one arouses, one revives. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Sadhu Kabunai. It is not coming from outside. You are not learning bhakti from outside. It's not that ISKCON people came, then only you got bhakti. You are revived of bhakti. There is a lot of difference. Something is you getting. You going and purchasing. You are not purchasing. Already there, innate. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Sadhu Kabune. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema. Everybody has Krishna Prema. Sadhu Kabune, not coming from outside. Shravanadi Shuddha Chitta Karaya Udaya. Learn this verse, memorize this verse. Shravanadi Shuddha Chitta Karaya Udaya. The more we hear, the more we hear. Shuddha Chitta Karaya Udaya. Udaya means it's aroused. Karaya Udaya. So Shuddha Bhakti is Karaya Udaya. That is what is told. The more we hear what happens, the real love for Lord arouses. Why is it that two this is there? Mana Roy, you are there up also, you are there down also. Mana Roy. Okay.
Yes, Mataji, actually the glitch happened in my laptop, so I just connected from my phone.
Okay. Jayashri Mataji, from this translation you read, pure love for Krishna. Unmute
Hare
yourself.
Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hari,
Pure love for Krishna is eternally established in the hearts of living entities. It is not something to be gained from another source. When the heart is purified by hearing and chanting, the living entity naturally awakens. Since Krishna consciousness is the inherent of every living entity, everyone should be given a chance to hear about Krishna. Simply by hearing and chanting, Sravanam Kirtanam, one's heart is directly purified, and one is originally Krishna consciousness is immediately awakened. Krishna consciousness is not artificially imposed upon the heart, it is already there. When one chants the holy name of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the heart is cleansed of all mundane contamination. In the first stanza of his Sri Shikshashtaka, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says,
but it's not artificially imposed. Krishna consciousness is not artificially imposed. So what's first verse of Shikshastakam says? Yeah.
Cheto Darpanamarjanam Bhavamaha Davakni Nirvapanam Shreya Kairava Chandrika Vidaranam Vidyavadu Jivanam Ananda Buddhivardhanam Pratipatam Purnamridaswadanam Sarvatmasnapanam Param Vijayade Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. All glories to the Sri Krishna Sankirtana, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years and extinguishes the fire of conditional life, of repeated birth and death. This Sankirtana movement is the prime benediction of humanity at large because it spreads the rays of the benediction moon. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss, and it enables us to fully taste nectar for which we are always anxious.
Okay. Okay. From here, so Cheto Darpanamarjanam Bhava Mahadavadu Nirvapanam. So Hare Krishna Mahamantra cleanses the heart. And in this way, it removes all the Agni. There are 3 types of Agni. Adhyatmik Tapa, Adidevik Tapa, Aditapa. It has the power to remove all this Tapa. Shreya Kairava Chandrika Vitaranam. It is like the cooling rays of the moonlight. And also, Vidya Vadhu. You have knowledge, but you don't chant. And what is the use? Knowledge is compared to husband. Then Vadhu is chanting. Without wife, what is the use of the husband? So both should go together. That is knowledge and chanting. Or knowledge is perfect when you chant. And when you chant, automatically with the knowledge. Anandam Buddhivardhanam Buddhivardhanam Purnam Tasvadam. Every step, there's only bliss which is experienced and it increases every step. Sarvatmana Sabanam Param Vijayati Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. So all glories, all glories, all glories to Hare Krishna Mahamantra, the chanting process. Jambavati Mataji, from here you can read, not only is the chanter. Unmute yourself. Yeah.
Not only is the chanter of the Mahamantra purified, but the heart of anyone who happens to hear the transcendental vibration of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare is also cleansed. Even the souls embodied in the lower animals, insects, trees, and other species of life also become purified and prepared to become fully Krishna conscious simply by the hearing of the transcendental vibration. This was explained by Thakur Haridas when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu inquired from him how living entities lower than human beings can be delivered from material bondage. Haridas Thakur said that the chanting of the holy names is so powerful that even if even if one chants in the remotest part of the jungle, the trees and the animals will advance in Krishna consciousness simply by hearing the vibration. This was actually proved by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself when he passed through the forest of Jharkhand. At that time, the tigers, snakes, deer, and all other animals abandoned their natural animosity and began chanting and dancing in Sankirtan. Of course, we cannot imitate the activities of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but we should follow his footsteps. We are not powerful enough to enchant the lower animals such as tigers, snakes, cats, and dogs, or entice them to dance. But by chanting the holy names of the Lord, we can actually convert many people throughout the world to Krishna consciousness. Contributing or distributing the holy name of the Lord is a sublime example of contributing or giving charity, the Dadadi principle. By the same token, one must also follow the Pratigrihnati principle and be willing and ready to receive the transcendental gift. One should inquire about Krishna consciousness movement and open his mind in order to understand the situation of the material world. Thus, the Guhyam Akhyati Prichati principle can be served.
So what type of inquiry has to be done? Inquiry relating to the transcendental topics. Sometimes you're not able to do devotional service due to certain causes. You can discuss that to your authorities, and you can ask what are the challenges, how to face the challenges which is coming in your life. All those things you can inquire. Generally, Guhyam Akhyati Puchati refers to inquiring unto the transcendental knowledge and how to grow in devotional service. Okay, from here, Mana Roy, can you read?
Hare Krishna Mataji. The members of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness invite the society's members and supporters to dine with them. They hold love feasts in all their branches every Sunday. Many interested people come to honor Prasada, and whenever possible, they invite members of the society to their homes and feed them sumptuously with Prasada. In this way, both the members of the society and the general public are benefited. People should give up the company of so-called yogis, jnanis, and karmis and philanthropists because their association can benefit no one. If one really wants to attain the goal of human life, he should associate with the devotees of the Krishna consciousness movement because it is the only movement that teaches one how to develop love of God. Religion is the special function of human society and it constitutes the distinction between human society and animal society. Animal society has no church, mosque, or religious system. In all parts of the world, however downtrodden human society may be, there is some system of religion. Even tribal aborigines in the jungles also have a system of religion. When a religious system develops and turns into love of God, it is successful. As
Okay, here
stated
it
in
comes.
the
One minute. So what is religion? Religion is man-made rules and regulations for a particular community. Even tribal people follow certain rules and regulations. Religion defines a person into a human rather than unrestricted animalistic tendency. For animals, there is no religion. The religion is a formulated law or formulated principles to define a person into human, not as an animal. Now, when it expands into love of God, or when it enhances, the religion is now crossing the boundaries and developing one's consciousness, and the religion is now developing into one's consciousness into love of God. Now it is no more religion; it becomes dharma. So, what is dharma? Sripad Ramacharya says, dharma is that thing which has no beginning, no end. That is known as dharma. When you read cut, yes, voice is coming like that. So dharma means it has no beginning, no end. Dharma also means the intrinsic quality of the soul or of any object. Intrinsic quality of any object is that particular object's dharma. Like the dharma of the water is to flow. Let that be any part of the world. Doesn't matter. The dharma of the water will not change. Dharma of the fire is to produce heat and light. Again, that is not going to change. Even if you light the fire in America or India, it's going to be the same. The same thing. Dharma of the soul is to serve. Now, whom to serve is a big question. Whether G-O-D or D-O-G. Isn't it? Srila Prabhupada says, if you don't serve G-O-D, you'll end up in serving D-O-G. Because when you serve, there's a natural expectation that I should be loved. So in that search of love, we go on searching and changing one relationship with another. And at last we land up in serving dog. Because with so much of expectation was there with all the family members, with the friends, with the society, with the nation. It's not that the other person doesn't want to give. He's trying to give. But you are not contented. Why? Because Anandamayo Bhyasat is the nature of the soul. Anandamayo Bhyasat. Now he's searching that Ananda and is not satisfied with the happiness. Happiness is flickering. Ananda is permanent. And that is the nature of the soul. And to get that Ananda, he goes on changing one relation after another relation. Then, after a lot of days, when he is now very old, he just was eating some biscuit and some biscuit fell down. The dog comes, eats, wags the tail. It becomes an everyday habit. And now he's so contented. Oh, I give so much to my children. Every day I used to buy some fruits, give parrots and all these things. My son is not asking me. He went and stayed in America. Now he's not even calling me. But see, this dog is so nice. Just for one biscuit, it wags the tail, licks me. So what happened? So now expectation started from dog. Why? Because one did not love God. When you love God, what will happen? You connect everything to Lord and you don't have any expectation from anyone. You love Lord. Whatever services you want to give to Lord, directly or indirectly through somebody, you just connect them to Krishna. That's very important. Connecting one to Lord is very important. And if you learn to connect one to Lord, then you don't have any connection with anyone. When you don't have any connection with anyone, so naturally you stop expectations. You have connection, but you don't have expectations. When there is no expectation, then automatically there will be always Ananda which is experienced. This eternal service goes on. So savai pumsam paro dharmo yato savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhakti radokshaje ahaituki apratiyata yahatma suprasidhati. So savai pumsam paro dharmo. This is the paro dharma of whom pumsam. Pumsam means human. What is the paro dharma? Paro means transcendental. You cannot say topmost. Topmost means something which is lowermost also. When you are comparing with the lowermost. Like if you say Bhagavad Gita is the topmost of the books. That means you're comparing with the mundane literature. Or it's like this, like some beautiful girl is there and you say you are very beautiful. You are beautiful than a buffalo. It doesn't work. Whom you are comparing? So in the same way, paro refers to transcendental. And what is the transcendental occupation of the soul? Yatho bhakti radhokshaje. That is the transcendental occupation. Dharma means intrinsic quality. That bhakti is bhakti to whom? Adhokshaja. One who is beyond our akshaja, adha akshaja. Beyond our perception, material perception. That is God. Who is God? One who is beyond material perception. Generally we think, oh, we are going and seeing the deities. We don't have any eyes to see the deities. We go and show our presence to the deities. Oh Lord, I am present. You can take whatever best from me. Like you go and see the master, or master sees you. When you go to office, you show your presence. It's not that you tell to your boss, oh boss, I have come to see you. He'll say, why you have come to see me? We don't go to see Lord. We don't have eyes at all to see Lord. We don't have that eyes. But in fact, we go to show ourselves. That is what is darshan actually. Darshan means we go to show ourselves, oh Lord, whatever samarthya I have, you take it to the best of the capacity. So that is adhakshaja, beyond our perception. And ahaitukiya pratiyata, without any reason, material reason, or without any material motives, one should serve Lord. Without any interruptions, one should serve Lord. And that is yayatmaha suprasidati. That is going to satisfy the soul. So ultimately, when the soul is satisfied, when he gets this love for Lord, this service of Lord, when he serves the Lord without any motives, without any interruptions, when he serves Lord, he is satisfied. That is the time he experiences satisfaction. Okay. So from here, Diya Mataji, you read with the members of the human society. You joined late, Diya.
Yes, Mataji. From where should I read, Mataji?
If the members of the, I think you're confused. Anika Mataji, you can read.
If the members of human society actually want peace of mind, tranquility, and friendly relations between men and nations, they must follow the Krishna consciousness system of religion by which they can develop their dormant love for Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. As soon as possible, as soon as people do so, their minds will immediately be filled with peace and tranquility. In this regard, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur warns all devotees engaged in broadcasting the Krishna consciousness movement not to speak to the impersonality Mayavadis who are always determined to oppose such theistic movements. The world is full of Mayavadis and atheists, and the political parties of the world take advantage of Mayavad and other aesthetics philosophies to promote materialism. Sometimes they even back a strong party to oppose the Krishna conscious movement. The Mayavadis and other atheists do not want the Krishna consciousness movement to develop because it educates people in God consciousness. Such is the atheist.
What happened? Read. Your voice is not coming.
Mataji, I am reading. Hello.
Yeah, what you do is you off your video and you read. Then the voice will come. Off the video.
Okay. On the contrary, by taking milk and bananas, the snake simply becomes more poisonous. Kevalam visa vardhanam. If a snake is given milk to drink, its poison simply increases. For a similar reason, we should not disclose our minds to the serpent Mayavadis and Karmis. Such disclosure will never help. It is the best to avoid association with them completely and never ask them about anything confidential because they cannot give good advice. Nor should we extend invitation to Mayavadis and atheists, not accept their invitation. For by such intimate intermingling, we may become affected by their atheist mentality. Sangat sangayate kamaha. It is the negative injunction of this verse that we
Sangat sanjayate.
It is the negative injunction of this verse that we should refrain from giving anything to or accepting anything from the Mayavadis and atheists. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has also warned Visyavira Anak Kaile Dusta Haye Mana. By eating food prepared by worldly people, one's mind becomes wicked. Unless one is very advanced, he is able to utilize everyone's contribution to further the Krishna consciousness movement. Therefore, on principle, one should not accept charity from Mayavadis and atheists. Indeed, Sri
One minute,
Chaitanya
one minute,
Maha
one minute, one minute, one minute, one minute. So here, Vishayira anna khaile, dushta hayam anna. You eat food prepared by worldly people, what will happen? Your mind will become wicked. Jaisa an vaisa man. It's not so easy to get consciousness by taking food. Only when a devotee, that too lovingly he makes, then you take that prasad, automatically. Or atheistic people will give something to you, you may say, I'm not having onion, garlic. Consciousness will be affected. Okay. Chant. Chant, read. Sudha, read. I think your children are playing with you, no problem. Pushpa, can you read from here?
May I read, Mataji?
Yeah, read.
Indeed, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has forbidden devotees to associate even with ordinary men who are too addicted to material sense gratification. The conclusion is that we should always keep company with devotees, observe the regulative devotional principles, follow in the footsteps of the acharyas, and in full obedience carry out the orders of the spiritual master. In this way, we shall be able to develop our devotional service and dormant Krishna consciousness. The devotees who is neither a neophyte or Mahabhagavata, a greatly advanced devotee, but is within the middle stages of devotional service, is expected to love Supreme Personality of Godhead, make, make friends with devotees, show favor to the ignorant, and reject the jealous and demoniac. In this verse, there is a brief mention of the process of making loving transactions with the Supreme Personality of Godhead and making friends with the devotees according to the Dhati principle. An advanced devotee is supposed to spend at least 50% of his income on the service of the Lord and his devotees. Srila Rupa Goswami has set us such an example in his life. When he decided to retire, he distributed 50% of his life's earning to Krishna's service and 25% to his relatives and kept 25% of for personal emergencies. This example should be followed by all devotees. Whatever one's income, 50% should be spent on behalf of Krishna and his devotees, and this will fulfill the demands of Dadhati. In the next verse, Srila Rupa Goswami informs us what kind of Vaishnav should be selected as a friend and how Vaishnavas should be served. Hare Krishna.
Okay. What type of, next verse, what is saying? Informs us what kinds of Vaishnavas should be selected as a friend and how Vaishnavas should be served. This verse is very important. There are 3 stages: Kanishta, Madhyama, and Uttama. And with the 3, the dealings are different. So, Krishneti yasya giritam manasadriyeta dikshasti chet pranatabhischa bhajantamisham shrushrushaya bhajana vigyam ananyamanya nindadishunyardamipsita sangalapyam. You have to practice, you have to memorize all the verses, all 11 verses. I'll chant again. I'll chant it slowly. You chant, I will see your lip movement. Vishneti yasya giritam manasadriyeta. Again. Vishneti yasya giritam manasadriyeta dikshasti chet pranatabhischa bhajantamisham. Dikshasti chet pranatibhischa bhajantamisham. Shushrusaya bhajanamik Shushrooshaya bhajana vikyam ananyamanya. Shushrooshaya bhajana vikyam ananyamanya. Nindadishunyridamipsita sangalabhya. Nindadishunyridamipsita sangalabhya. Krishneti yasya giritam manasadriyeta. If someone is chanting just one round or one time, just he has chanted, but he has faith in Lord, he comes to the temple, Kanishta, you should mentally pay obeisances to him. Should not, hey, 16 mala nahi karte ho kya? Who are you to ask? Should not. He has come to the temple. He has faith. Yes, you can motivate him by your love and care. You cannot demand. It is not by your demand he is going to take up devotional service. Never try to show your authority or never try to show your pride before anyone. Even one time we were like this. We don't know, we were worse than that also. Just because somebody held our hand and taking us forward. But that doesn't mean that we should insult devotees. Krishneti yasya giritam manasad priyeta. So even in his speech, he has Krishna's name. Manasadriyeta. Adriyeta. Manasaha adri. Adardu. Adar means respect. वो कृष्ण मुझे बहुत कृष्ण अच्छे लगते हैं. Immediately don't slap him. Do you know Krishna? How dare you speak like this? Hey, let it be, na? Sometimes they say, we are devotees of Krishna. Some new people come, they say, no, we love Krishna. We are devotees of Krishna. Immediately don't slap him. Nobody can become devotee. Devotees only Srimati Radharani. We should become the das and das and das and das. Don't try to preach so much to a new person. Yes, come, he loves Krishna, let it be. What is given here? In his words of speech, he has Krishna in his words, in his speech. Immediately, mentally honor him. Oh, so nice. He has so much of love for Lord. The Diksha Steche Pranata Bhischa Bhajantamisham Diksha Steche Pranati Bhischa Bhajantam Isham. So now, Dikshasti. Now he is initiated. Asti. Pranati Vishcha. So you see an initiated devotee, then what you should do? You should pay obeisances. There, mentally obeisances. Here, you should pay obeisances. To those who are initiated and those who are Bhajantam Isham. Bhaja word refers to service, devotional service. Isham, to Lord. He is initiated and is serving Lord. Then when you meet the initiated devotees, immediately Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha, Kripa Sindhu Devacha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo, Namo. These are the dealings between two initiated devotees. Or maybe you are not initiated and another person is initiated, you should do that. Next is Shushrooshaya Bhajana Vigyamananyamanya. Shushrooshaya, by practical service. Bhajana Vigyam. One who is advanced in devotional service. Ananyamanya. Ananyam. He is performing devotional service without deviation. Shushrooshaya. Shushrooshaya means by practical service. He shows his example by his practical service. He performs practical service. Bhajana Shushrooshaya, Bhajana Vigyam. Vigyam here refers to, he is very expert in devotional service. He performs devotional service. And how? Ananya devotional service. Ananya means without deviation. He is a fixed up devotee. Then what is his nature? Shunya Nindadi. Shunya. Anya Nindadi. He never criticizes anyone. Ananyam Anyaha Nindadi Ninda Adi. This Anya is taken down now. when explanation is happening. Anya Ninda Adi. He avoids blaspheming anyone. So to avoid blaspheming anyone, what he'll do? You'll always be engaged in devotional service. When you're engaged in devotional service 100%, you don't have time to think about anyone. Where is the time to do Ninda? Ninda is only done when you don't have any time, when you have a lot of time. Empty mind, devil's workshop. You have a lot of time, your free time, and immediately you start criticizing someone. When you are so busy that all the time you are thinking about how to serve Krishna, where is the time to Ninda? Anyaha Ninda Adihi. Shunyaha. Shunya means avoids. Completely avoids. Rhythm ipsitaha sangalabhya. So our heart should seek association of such wonderful devotees who avoid blaspheming anyone. Why? Because they are 100% engaged in devotional service. So one should seek association of such pure devotees. One should pay obeisances when he sees initiated devotees. One should mentally honor the ones who have Krishna in their mouth. When in their speech they include Krishna. They are not very advanced, but at least they love to speak about Lord. Mentally honor. So here comes Kanishta, Madhyamaha, Uttamaha. So anyhow, when it comes, we'll chant. So Aditya, will you read the verse?
Hare Krishna, Mataji, yes. Prashneti yasya giritam manasatriye dikshasti chet pranati
Yeta. What the is full in that.
Okay. Dikshasti chet pranati bhajantam isham.
Dikshasti chet pranatibhischa bhajantamisham. Dikshasti chet chant.
Dikshasti chet pranatibhischa bhajantam isham.
Bhischa.
Okay, sorry.
Bhajantamisham.
Shushrusaya bhajana vignam ananyam anya nindadishunyadita ipsita sandalabhya. Translation. One should mentally honor the devotee who chants the holy name of Lord Krishna. One should offer humble obeisances to the devotee who has undergone spiritual initiation, Diksha, and is engaged in worshipping the deity. And one should associate with and faithfully serve that pure devotee who is advanced in undeviated devotional service and whose heart is completely devoid of the propensity to criticize others. Purpose. In order to intelligently apply the sixfold loving reciprocations mentioned in the previous verse, one must select proper persons with careful discrimination. Srila Rupa Goswami therefore advises that we should meet with the Vaishnavas in an appropriate way according to their particular status. In this verse, he tells us how to deal with three types of devotees: the Kanishta Adhikari, Madhyam Adhikari, and Uttam Adhikari. The Kanishta Adhikari is a neophyte who has received the Harinam initiation from the spiritual master and is trying to stand the holy name of Krishna. One should respect such a person within his mind as a Kanishta Vaishnava. A Madhyam Adhikari has received spiritual initiation from the spiritual master and has been fully engaged by him in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. The Madhyam Adhikari should be considered to be situated midway in devotional service. The Uttam Adhikari or highest devotee is one who is very advanced in devotional service. An Uttam Adhikari is not interested in blaspheming others. His heart is completely clean and he has attained the realized status of unalloyed Krishna consciousness. According to Srila Rupa Goswami, the association and service of such a Mahabhagavad or perfect Vaishnava are most desirable.
Kanishta, Madhyama, Adhika, and Uttama. Kanishta here has been described, he has got first initiation. Sometimes after getting first initiation, people think, oh, I am an advanced devotee. Kanishta. Kanishta means he loves Lord, no doubt. Sometimes Kanishta is even somebody is aspiring or somebody has come just new. Kanishta. He's adhikari. There is a common word for all the three. That means he has adhikar to receive mercy. Three of them have adhikar to receive mercy. So when he gets the first initiation, what happens? He initiates himself to chant. Initiation means initiating oneself to chant the holy name. And you are practicing to get initiation. That is aspiring devotee. He also comes in the category of Kanishta. Aspires to initiate, take vows and chant the holy name. This is first initiation. What is the meaning of spiritual initiation? Brahman initiation. There is a second initiation. So in the second initiation, you get the certificate to serve Krishna. So Brahman initiation is given after judging a person. How eager he is to serve Lord. How eager he is to follow the rules and regulations. Like Brahman initiated devotees can cook for Lord. So while cooking, his thought process should not be, let me cook and let me take it home. Nor, let me cook for my taste. He cooks for Lord. He is not interested in eating. If he gets it, gets it. But it's not that he's cooking for his taste. In the same way, the Brahman initiated devotees, they're allowed to go inside the altar and worship the Lord. That is why only Brahmins, this is Brahmin initiated. When a person is born as a Brahmin and he gets the initiation, though in our ISKCON we don't recognize them, but if you see in other temples, the Brahmin who has been initiated into Gayatri and who is strictly following the Vedic culture, they're allowed to serve Krishna. So in every sampradaya, there is this little bit here and there, but Brahmin initiated is very much important. Not that all the Brahmins are Brahmins. Again, understand. He may be initiated, but he's not doing any Gayatri. What is the use? He may have got Upanayanam Sanskara, but he's not doing Gayatri, he's not following the principles, then he is only in Brahmin for namesake. Even in Sri Vaishnavas also, you have first Ashtakshara mantra, and then when you advance, Dvai mantra and Charam Shloki mantra is given. So this is very much important. So in every sampradaya, these first two things will be there. First is initiating one in developing love of God. Initiating one so that he chants. Slowly, slowly advancing him to progress in devotional service by giving this Brahmin initiation. When the Brahmin initiation of in ISKCON, 7 Gayatris are given. By chanting 7 Gayatris, actually that is real initiation. What is real initiation? Is second initiation. First initiation is only a formality. Just give me one. So first initiation is only a formality. Second initiation is actually the real initiation in which one develops love for Krishna by serving Krishna. And that is the time one is having the real responsibility. The real responsibility is serving Lord. Okay. And then Madhyama. Who is a Madhyama? And it comes in the second initiation is Madhyama. And he studies the scriptures. And he knows who is a devotee. He generally likes to associate with the devotees. He avoids the non-devotees. Uttama, for Uttama, there is nothing like this. He is a devotee, he is a non-devotee. He doesn't have any any differentiation. He is so expert in the scriptures that he can deal with anyone. In fact, his association will make even the non-devotees as devotees. There is the power of his speech. Sometimes Uttama actually has nothing to do with the worldly people. Just for the social dealings, just to keep everybody like Kanishta, Madhyama and all, just to keep them peaceful. Sometimes Uttama also has to come to the level of Madhyama. So that some people who are artistic people, they don't come and disturb the temple atmosphere. For him, he has no hatred towards anyone. Like Srila Prabhupada, when he went to West, he did not hate anyone. In fact, he loved everyone. So that is what is Uttama Adhikari. Okay. Now, Gita is there. Gita, can you read from here? Just one paragraph about Kanishta and then we'll stop. Okay, Gita is not able to hear it. Goloka, you read?
Yes, Mataji. One should not remain a Kanishta Adhikari, one who is situated on the lowest platform of devotional service and is interested only in worshipping the deity in the temple. Such a devotee is described in the 11th canto Srimad Bhagavatam, 11.2.47. Mate, should I continue or just till here?
Yeah, read that verse. Acharyam eva hariye.
Archayam eva haraye
Archayam.
pujamya shraddhaye hate natad bhakteshu chanyeshu sabhaktaha prakritaha samrataha. A person who is very faithfully engaged in the worship of the deity in the temple, but who does not know how to behave towards devotees or people in general, is called a Prakrita Bhakta or Kanishta Adhikari. One therefore has to raise himself from the position of Kanishta Adhikari to the platform of Madhyama Adhikari. The Madhyama Adhikari is described in Srimad Bhagavatam in this way. Ishware tad adhineshu balisheshu dvishastasucha prema maitri krapopeksha yah karoti samadhyamaha. The Madhyama Adhikari is a devotee who worships the Supreme Personality of Godhead as the highest object of love, makes friends with the Lord's devotees, is merciful to the ignorant, and avoids those who are envious by nature. This is the way to cultivate. Should I
So here,
stop?
here
Okay.
we read about the Prakrita Bhaktaha. That is, he's only interested in the deities. He doesn't know how to behave with others. And you'll say, what is this? In first initiation also, generally it happens. After getting first initiation, he has a pride. He doesn't know how to behave with everyone. Then slowly, he raises himself to come to the platform of Madhyama, where he gets a spiritual initiation, where he knows about the Shastras, he likes to mix with the devotees, generally makes friends with the devotees, and avoids the people who are envious. Okay. And Uttama carries the Lord within his heart. For him, it is not just temple. Okay. So we'll stop here. Any questions? No questions.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yeah.
I just wanted to, in the previous verse, it is said that the association, when you are associating with somebody, you have to be careful with whom you are associating. But when we have somebody in our relations, like any close relation who are atheists, at that time, what can we do, Mataji? We cannot avoid communicating with them. We have to keep that relationship also. So that, and that's this.
Be like a lotus, being an F. Don't try to give a lot of Krishna consciousness. Not necessarily. If not interested, be peaceful. Talk something here and there. Come out. Because it is said if you feed the snake, his poison only increases. Why argue with such people? Why waste time? Avoid to go. Unavoidable condition. Just go. Show your face. Try to listen. Come on. Keep your mouth shut and come on.
It is true, Mataji. Thank you. But how do we protect ourselves at those times? We cannot
Yes, yes.
be influenced at times when we are
Go. Unavoidable condition. Go. Try to be as much as possible silent. Chant within your mind. Because if you speak again the argument, there is no point to argue. Krishna consciousness doesn't work on argument. Your consciousness is lost, anger is there. Why talk to such people? Your own mother will be there, your own father will be there. Just hear and come. Oh, मेरा बेटा बहुत अच्छा है, बहुत सुनता है मेरा बात. Yes. Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, I have one question.
Yeah.
Mataji, in the previous two paragraphs, if we see, there are two statements for Kanishta Adhikari. One is that a Kanishta Adhikari is initiated, like, basic coming in, joining the parampara. And the other definition is also this, that someone who is absolutely clueless of how to respect devotees or how to behave with devotees. So, in general, how do we define Kanishta Adhikari? Someone who is joining the disciplic succession or someone who still doesn't know how to behave?
Both. One who has joined the disciplic succession, one who doesn't know how to behave. Both come.
Okay, Mataji.
Both are there. Okay. Stop here. One second for the wishes. पतितनम पावनी भी वैष्णवी दोनों वैष्णवी की जय. So we'll not have any class on Wednesday. It's Narasimha Jayanti.
Mataji, you suggested us to, you instructed, in fact, us to daily chant. That was the instruction of Srila Prabhupada also, our Guru Maharaj also, to chant all the 11 verses of Uddeshamrita. But the only problem with us is again, the pronunciation and the meter in which it should be read, So I humbly request if, do you have any audio recording of, all the 11? You'll share?
I will do and give you.
Okay, thank you so much, Mataji. Okay,